All right, good evening, everybody. Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you in the Breaking Weather Center. We just have a tornado warning has been issued, so let's go right to radar. So let's go to the radar here, and I'll show you what the tornado warning. This is in effect for north central Leeper County and north central Mississippi, north central Ewing County and north central Mississippi, Marshall County and north central Mississippi, Tampa County, north central Mississippi, south central Benton County, and north central Mississippi to 9 p.m. At 8:13, Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm producing a tornado was located near Lowe's Hill or 9 miles south of Walt Doxey State Park, moving east at 55 miles an hour. So what to expect? Tornado and quarter-size hail. So if you're in the path of this is a radar indicated as circulation. So yeah, look at this. Very tight couplet right there. So if you're in the path of this tornado warning, you need to be in your tornado safe spot immediately. This is a tornado warning right now. And Jonathan just said there's 2 tornado warnings. Let me check that out. While we're with you right now, I'm gonna check the one for Louisiana. This is in fact North Central Webster County and North Central Parish, Louisiana. North Central Caleb Parish, North Central Louisiana. Um, let's see, North Central Foster Parish, North Central Louisiana, at 8 to 9 p.m. At 8:08, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 20 miles north of Shreveport, Moonish, on 35 miles an hour. So, hazardous tornado. If you're listed in any of these communities, you definitely need to be shaking shelter now. You're under a tornado warning that goes in effect through 9 p.m. This storm could produce a tornado also, too. This storm right there, red next to green, that is gate to gate sheared there. So you need to be shaking shelter now. Put a football helmet, baseball helmet, to protect yourself from flying debris. We have a tornado warning that goes into effect into about 9 p.m. So, just like I said, this storm is very tight, very strong, and I mean, we could indicate of some tornadic weather right now. I mean, just following some information what Jonathan said. Um, Hold on a second. I gotta put this on mute. All right, back now. We have that 1.8 wind that goes in effect at 9 p.m. So we'll probably stay with you. Um, back, so we'll go back to the one in Mississippi. This is the one that I do think there's a possible tornado with it. So if you're in parts of Mississippi area, you're under a tornado warning to 9 p.m. That's a very strong sign of rotation. Let me check here and see if we have any debris with this. So if we do have debris, you probably need to be taking shelter now. Here and yeah, goodness gracious. So yeah, that is some very strong shear there, and that isn't a tool that we do. I probably want to switch back here just a second and go to my other GR level 3, because that will tell you. All right, Jonathan said the one in Mississippi already have a tornado with it. So if you're in this storm in Mississippi area, you need to be in your tornado safe spot now. This is a tornado warning It goes in effect through 9 p.m. Both of these warnings go in effect at 9 p.m. Starting to just continue to track these storms and trying to get everything loaded up here. And you can see what we got in place here. Pull velocity, and got to get everything. I have to share this one screen again so you can just see. Let me animate this, and you can just see what we got in place. I'm gonna put the last scan, and you can just see this tornado going. So if you're in the path of the tornado warning, you need to be in your tornado safe spot. Put many walls between you as possible. This is a tornado warning that goes in effect into about 9 p.m. No signs of a tornado. But we still continue to watch the storm. It still shows it's capable of producing a tornado. So I'm trying to figure out why my screen ain't sharing right quick. I'm very sorry for the computer not operating right now. All right, now. All right, here we go. Still watching this tornado warning over here. It's just 8:29. Upper radar indicated producing tornado located near Bethlehem or 11 miles south of Wall Dixie State Park, moving east on 60 miles an hour. So this is still showing me signs of some rotation. So if you're in this tornado warning, you need to be in a safe spot now. All right, somebody decided to jump on with us. Storm tracker in. Have you heard anything yet? Jonathan saying there's some kind of a tornado with the storm. So have you seen any red next to green or not?
Are you looking at the storm in Mississippi?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. Do you see anything need to
I
be
see definite rotation.
Okay, so if you're in if you're in this pink polygon,
Matter of
need
fact,
to be in
I
the
see
tornado
really
safe
tight.
spot.
I see really tight rotation.
So, all right, so if you're in that polygon, anybody in Mississippi need to be taking shelter now. This is and I do think there's a little bit of debris ball too with this, a little bit of debris I've seen.
There's no debris.
That's the good news. So yeah, this still looks like a very tight storm. So this is a tornado warning that goes in effect about 9 p.m. So this storm could still produce a tornado also too near Bethlehem. So this storm did have radar indicate producing a tornado, but I have not seen a tornado on the ground yet. There could be some small hail with this. This is what the thing's showing, but nothing sticks out to be a big tornado, a big hail threat with that. So we need to be really aware of that. So back on again, we have
There's another tornado warning in Louisiana.
Yeah, when you check that out.
With a dog leg looking couplet.
Okay, let me check that out.
Activity scan.
Let me check that out here. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, we definitely have some pretty strong signs of both of these producing a tornado. So if you live in
Mississippi, the one in Mississippi is not nearly as strong. No, the one in Louisiana is not as nearly as strong as the one in Mississippi, though.
Yeah, but still, these storms still produce tornadoes. And now, let me pull up the color thing we use here.
Matter of fact, there's several circulations in here.
Yeah, and that's not one of the good things, folks. When we start seeing circulations like that, that's where you'll start seeing the spinning, and that's what we have the tornado threat. So tornado warning continues over here to about 9 p.m. We'll probably stay on with you to 9 o'clock till this warning expires. And like this, just like I said, I want to show you one thing on the screen here. It's this little bowing. Anytime you get that bowing like that, that is some very strong, intense damage and wind gusts, right? When you get that little bowing echo, sometimes you get that very strong winds with that. So tornado.
The downdraft is surging forward.
All right, here's some new updates, a scan here, It still shows some dark green color there. That still shows me some very strong rotation a little bit. So that tornado wind goes
All
through
that,
about.
hey, JD, they call that
What?
the rear inflow jet. Whenever you got
Okay.
cool upper air winds that kind of feed down into the back of this convection that's colder, it
All right.
actually surges it out because cold
All right.
air is bent to warm air.
Jonathan said tornado confirmed in Mississippi. And
Where's he seeing that?
Louisiana possible too, right?
Tornado
And this is.
confirmed on the ground.
Let me check that out because we need to be looking at that if it was.
Where is he seeing the confirmation?
I don't know. You might want to text him that and see. Because because you have to have a black line to make that way, but. All right, and these storms over here, and with these little pink spots, these could come severe too.
Thunderstorm.
Let's see, the tornado warning. That still runs from 9 p.m. The one in Mississippi here still goes through 9. This
still says it's radar indicated.
Yeah, so maybe he's seeing something. Maybe who knows?
Still says it's radar indicated.
Let's see. All right, it still shows radar indicated. It's moving at 60 miles an hour. So if you're not going to have time to wait on these storms, these could be completely rain wrapped, so you're not going to see the tornado coming, right?
Right. And especially now that it's nightfall, that's even the worst time because the only time you'll be able to see a tornado at night is by lightning, and so you really, really have got to be seeking shelter when these warnings are put out. It's very crucial. Yeah. Even if it's a radar indicated tornado, it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, it could still drop some.
It could be on the ground, but it's not confirmed. So you got to be underground when these warnings are put out.
Yeah, we got something from Jonathan again. It says annihilating tornado text from the storm in Mississippi is producing a tornado. So let me see what we.
Where's he?
Let me check this out.
Seeing that?
Well, I don't know. I'm checking the debris ball and make sure we don't see anything. Right now, I only see one dot there, but that doesn't mean we'll see something. That could be dirt, dust, who knows what. So, just like N's telling you.
This is.
Okay, but I just want to tell everybody, just like N's saying, you're not going to see the tornado coming. So this is the time you need to be taking shelter now. And that is really tight rotation there. Looking at the storm right now, this tornado wind goes through about 9 p.m. It's a
capable.
So we will need to continue to watch that. Flooding is becoming an issue right now more often. And these storms down here by Louisiana, they're showing 100% of coming severe. One of these are shown. These are growing. So let me see if they are going to produce any hail down here. These storms could go severe too. And
what?
These storms down here in Louisiana, they could come severe too.
I really think that this is becoming. Honestly, this storm here is looking like it's become more of just a wind threat now. It's not even.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have a really defined. Yeah, it don't really have that defined tornado vortex signature anymore. It's just like a broad, messy type velocity scan. So this might just be more of a wind threat now than anything.
Yeah, you still want to remain in your safe spot until the warning expires, just in case something would change with that warning, because especially the one in Mississippi, we definitely got to keep an eye on too. This is a tornado warning that continues into 9 p.m. And I'm going to pull up our couple tools we use around here, and you can see.
They forgot to put the word capable on the warning.
That happens. And see, we could probably have it. So, we've been having a bunch of thunderstorm warnings. I'm going to pass along some other things we had about. Over here in Kentucky, we had a report of downed trees. One downed tree here over here in Kentucky. So this just tells you what the storms could be doing. And this one severe thunderstorm warning goes into effect into around about 9:45 Eastern time. This is in Kentucky. This is producing up to 60 miles per wind too. And everybody need to take a severe thunderstorm warning, even a tornado warning, seriously tonight. Because we've been having reports of hail from Facebook tonight. We've been getting reports of 1.25 some places, an inch over here in this Kentucky area. That just tells you what it can actually do. So let's put the last scan again. Still watching the tornado warning, and what do you think? How does the scan look, Ian?
The Mississippi?
Yeah, this is the one down in Louisiana. I'm checking both of them. So how does the scan look, you think?
The one in Louisiana, not really looking very impressive in terms of velocity. Let me look at the scanning. Yeah, it's pretty much lost its rotation. I suspect it'll be dropping the warning any minute for that storm.
And they still got this, and they still got the one for Louisiana. I'm still watching this one here, just to see what they got in place here. The red color, 50 to 60
at all, with the one in Louisiana. So I think they'll be dropping that warning pretty soon.
So they'll probably be dropping both of these, and we got to watch the storms down here in Mississippi and see what they do down here. These storms could also. This has been a quasi storm system, and we really haven't had one of these in quite a while. All right, new severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Mississippi now. I kind of knew this would kind of happen because we're starting to get more of a line of thunderstorms continuing.
It's more of a bow-shaped signature.
Yeah, and that's what's causing
than rotation.
Okay.
But you got to be aware of these rotations that will spin up on the leading edge of these.
Yeah, I've done these for several years, and they can be pretty scary. At Ewing County in north central Mississippi, Temple County in north central Mississippi, north central Benton County in north central Mississippi, north central Tarampolo County in central Mississippi, Terrence County in north central Mississippi, and Acton County in central Mississippi to 9:30. At 8:40, a severe thunderstorm located along extended from near Gravestown to near Blue Mountain to near Elton, Manusa, and 60. So we will expect 60 miles of wind gusts and hail the size of quarters. So there's another tornado text there. So we could get another spin up with this severe thunderstorm also. So we definitely got to keep this in mind. Spin ups are going to be possible. So definitely you got to be aware. You got to be aware of what's going on with these warnings. And we'll see if we got anything else in place here. Don't see any debris right now with that. I'll check for hail with this a little.
This is more of a wind. This is more of a wind threat now in Mississippi. Unless it develops another couplet on radar, I don't really see this being too much of a tornado hazard at the present time.
Yeah, me too. All right, they still got the tornado warning down here, and it looks like it's getting a little bit better than it was. In the last couple scans, it was looking bad, but now I think it's looking a little bit better, right?
The one in
Mississippi right now, right?
The thing about Louisiana is that storm in Louisiana has a well-defined hook echo, but that rotation might be more suspended about 7,000 feet up in the updraft, so you're not going to see it at the lowest elevation angle.
Yeah, and what the biggest concern to me is tonight, if any tornado warning, you got to take it seriously tonight, because you're not going to see it coming down the road. It's going to be rain wrapped in that cool air, so you're not going to see it coming if you try to look for it. You're just going to waste your time and get yourself hurt. So please, take this seriously tonight. If it's even not on the ground. So
yeah, that
look at
storm
that.
Mississippi now is looking like it's getting a little more surging to it. You see the
Yeah,
backward
we're
sweep
starting.
of the radar.
Yeah, yeah. Anywhere you so even when you get the backward sea, folks, that could mean we could have a
You
tornado
could
on the
see some
ground,
rear
right?
end flow. You could see some rear end flow coming in from the other side that's getting and penetrated into this storm and causing it to surge more. So
Yeah.
so you probably get with this some stronger downdrafts
So if you're in that tornado
versus
warning, you
tornado.
need to be. You still need to be in your safe spot because you're going to see this potentially as some damage and straight line winds, or even a tornado could be developing maybe on the ground. So you definitely don't want to be outdoors now. You want to be in a basement, small terry room, a concrete room, where I would be at if this was for our area. So you definitely need to be shaking shelter now. So and you could tell them about, even wearing a helmet would help too. It helped in the dropping tornado.
It helps them from getting debris hitting their head.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, this is a nighttime threat. We thought this would go into the nighttime hours. We thought we would be able to get
I
some.
suspect the severe weather threat will be winding down here the next hour or 2 hours.
All right, still looking for
So,
wind shear right now. See if we got any more shear in place. Yeah, that storm still looks like it's a little tight, right?
and down in Louisiana, that storm
Yeah,
that has more elevated base rotation. It's more suspended up in the mid to upper layers of the atmosphere. It's not really so much at the ground.
yeah. Still watching the sail here. Miss Sure, and it's still showing off and on some very large hail with it. So, I mean, hail could be likely too. I mean, it's
I've seen
just.
storms like this before, being out
Mm,
there, where the radar doesn't really show a whole lot of rotation, even going forward up in the updraft. But you got these spiral-looking mesocyclones
mm-hmm.
that go from
Yeah.
midpoints up. So this
Mm-hmm.
storm is definitely rotating.
Yeah.
It's just not putting the tornado down and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So let me try to move this over here a little bit, see what we got in place. Animate a little bit more, and yeah, this still shows a little weak, some shear there. I mean, and that's why they trade us with the severe thunderstorm warning, because this is coming into a wind fret. But a spin up tornadoes never want to be rode out tonight with this type of system. So,
that's tilt for velocity. But yeah, this storm in northern Mississippi is definitely getting some weak rear end flow to it. You can tell there's a comma, like a little comma backward C motion to the northern top of that. So
yeah,
you're definitely going to get some surge.
and there's another one trying to form there
put the
too.
radar in the motion here.
Mm-hmm.
If you put the radar in the motion, you can actually see some of that cooler, drier air advecting in at midpoints, helping this surge out. So that's gonna penetrate this storm and try and put down those stronger downdrafts here. So you definitely want to be alert for damaging winds with this storm coming
and Jonathan
into
said it's weakening. The winds are weakening. He said this is coming like a Boeing circuit quasi.
Yeah.
UNC. And that's what we thought all along. This is what it's going to be like. More like that, where these quick tornado spin ups that could occur.
You could still get quick tornado spin ups with those, but they're like
fast. So, I mean, this is what, and I even seen when the Weather Service decided to go with higher risk was with this kind of event too. But this is, even this slight can even be worse than into enhanced. So, all right. We still got at least hail with that one storm, so that's good news. We don't have any hail with that. Checking to make sure we don't have any more debris with this, so that'll be good
There is
news.
no debris. This is all a wind threat.
So that's good news. Almost about
Wind
10,
threat.
15 more minutes. The tornado warning was 2G's tornado warnings will get canceled, and we'll probably sign off then and get a breather in case something else forms. But I still think there could be a few more of these forming later on. We still got this one severe thunderstorm warning that goes into effect at 9:30. That's for Benton County and parts of the Mississippi, and we still got that tornado watch goes into effect through 10 p.m. So we could still see some more tornadic weather through then, right?
Yeah, it's possible. Definitely possible.
So pull up this again.
Here to today, especially in
What?
the main layers of the atmosphere, not necessarily at low levels, but even with all that added speed shear to the atmosphere, you even have weak low level shear in place beneath all that wind aloft. That's going to add spin to the atmosphere where you can get these tornado spin ups with these storms. So you still
Yeah.
want to be alert.
Yeah. I mean, if you're any of these tornado warnings right now, you need to be still shaking shelter now. I mean, still shows me a little weak shear there, and we need to still watch that storm. Still looks like it still could produce a tornado. So what do you think? How's it? So is it still looks like these storms could disappear pretty soon, and we need to still watch them? The one in Mississippi could be firing
They
at
dropped
any
the tornado
time.
warning in Louisiana. That was expected.
Yeah, I was expecting to see that too, because what I was looking at mostly is those looking at a couple other sales. That this whole line is a quasi, and it's just continuing to develop.
Mhm.
And just make sure nothing else is no black lines
I think the
are popping
severe
in there.
weather threat is going to begin to marginalize actually
Yeah.
in the evening. So we'll probably see less warnings.
Yep.
So
The flooding threat could be still going up since we got
yeah,
all this rain. That's going to be number one. If you see a
Kentucky
flooded roadway, do not drive through it.
had a lot of flooding. They've had police
And
cars completely engulfed in water.
so you don't want to drive your car through this tonight. It's not going to be worth it if you did. All right. Jonathan just sent me another message. The tornado threat is beginning to I guess die down. Looks like he said. He sent me a message. All right, the tornado warning runs effective 9 p.m. still. I mean that the other one got canceled, and I figured that one would. The one in Alabama, I think they'll cancel anytime too. I mean, we'll just have to because the least sheared is ain't been. Most of that's all green, so
I think the tornado. And we're going to start to lose the instability too. That's
yes,
another thing you need to
yeah.
drive these storms. You're going to start losing that as we continue to deepen the nighttime.
And see, this is what this little line is what's causing these
But
storms to spin up.
the difference with tonight is that there is plenty of wind shear and lift in the atmosphere, so it will be able to sustain some of these thunderstorms longer.
Yeah, I
Even
can
if
see
even
that.
begin to lose the instability. So you don't want to be off guard that just because the
Yeah,
sun's
and just think
down, severe
and
threats over, because it may
and you
not be.
even think the tornado watch is canceled. You can still get storms. This environment is still set up. There's still wind shear, wind energy still to get things kind of going. So you still not want to let your guard down yet. I would give it about a few more hours, and I think you would be fine. I think.
I'll give it about 1 or 2.
Yeah, 1 or 2 hours, and I think you'll be fine. Maybe and this will be all clear. I think. We're hoping.
We're located from near Graveston to near Blue Mountain, moving east 60. Okay.
All right, that storm's moving at 60 still, and here's the looking at the thunderstorm warning. It still shows some wind shear here. How does it still look here? Put the next scan here. How's it looking?
It still looks like it could produce wind.
Yeah, so you're still in this.
Particularly on this northern portion where you got
starting to
reds.
get a little more spin there again.
It's like loosely organized, like broadly tight, but that right there could actually just be enhanced area of damaging winds versus a tornado spin up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see. That's what I'm looking at now. So we still got the severe thunderstorm wind at 9:30, and the tornado wind runs in effect at 9 p.m. About 2-3 more minutes, and that'll probably get canceled. And I probably will sign off and keep an eye on things then. I mean, still watching this little area. I mean, so far,
I think the tornado thing should just be dropped.
Yeah, I think it should be. So what we're going to do is we want to sign off on this warning. If we do see another tornado warning or even another severe thunderstorm warning, me and Ian will pop right back on right away. For right now, we want to